Welcome to Let's Talk Books Unscripted.
All right. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, not bad for our first one.
This is a new series we're starting. We're a married couple who loves books. We're going to talk about books. Have a cocktail. It's unscripted and it's unedited, so we're just going to do it. If it's crazy, that's all better. What are we drinking today?
So we're having I kind of came up with it because we don't really like sweet wines so much. But I won this pink Moscato at a baby shower that we were at recently.
Like a big bottle, like.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, that's cool. It was free. It's fine. But I was like, I don't think we're gonna just want to drink this straight. So Corey had the idea to put in some. What do we put in it? Fresca. And then a little bit of bitters. So if you ever do like an old fashioned
sweetness
bitters,
down a little
that's
bit.
in there. I know they put bitters in a lot of things. But we put it in there and it's actually pretty tasty. So
we're sipping on this and we're going to talk about books. We got 3 books we're talking about today. The first one is a book that we both read. And it is a romance rom-com.
Yep.
Called...
Hold it closer.
Is it
there we go.
In the picture?
Fake it till you bake it.
Till you bake it. By Jamie Wesley. This was a book that I saw and was kind of like saying we should read almost as a joke. Mostly because I wasn't judging it by the cover, I was judging it by the title. I thought it was a really clever title. So we decided to read it. I started reading it and Katie read it kind of the same time or after, so we could do kind of a buddy read.
Yep. So we talked about it a little bit, but like, yeah, you know.
Yeah. What'd you say? I mean, was it got enemies to lovers?
It was almost like enemies to friends to lovers. So if you like both those tropes, you might like this.
I was thinking like coworkers to lovers.
Yeah.
And there is a fake dating element too. So it's got
all
the tropes.
I don't know.
But it was really
different tropes.
It started off slow. I'd say the first half was a little slow going, but the second half picked up when, things started getting more interested.
Yeah.
And
it was like super cheesy, but like cheesy in the best way. So I do a star rating system for the books that I read. And at first, because like Corey said, it was a little bit slow and I wasn't like super invested in it to where I felt like I could put it down. And I feel like when that's happening and it's not like a book I can't wait to get back to, I'm like, ooh, I don't know how I'm going to rate it. But I did end up giving it 4 stars because I just thought it was really cute. And there's actually a sequel coming out as well.
Yeah, we just learned about the sequel. We did
see that, so we'll be picking that up when it publishes in the fall.
Yeah,
I'm blanking on the title of it. But.
Yeah. Clever story. I liked it. I think I gave it 3.5 stars just based on the first half.
Yeah.
And, like most rom-coms, there is some predictability to it, but overall, I liked it. We'll definitely read the sequel. We have to.
Yeah, so it's fun. We're going to probably do this a lot more often now where we'll buddy read because like for the longest time Corey was not a reader. He said he was prior to us dating, but then once we were dating and after we've been married for a while, I'm like, I can't picture you as a reader. I'm like, when did you like to read? Because I've never seen it. So now he's reading and seeming to enjoy it, and it's something fun we can do together. So it'll be fun to keep reading some of the same books at least and getting to talk about them.
Yep.
So but moving on, Geneva Rose, she is one of my absolute favorite authors, and now Corey's getting into her too. So this is her newest book. If you can kind of see up here, it might be tricky, but it does say it's an ARC, so it's an advanced reading copy. This book officially publishes on the 30th of this month, so that's coming up. But I've read most of her books, still haven't read all of them. I'm working on it. This one is really excellent. Corey is reading it right now. I read it in February. So we'll be excited to talk about this one once he does finish it, but it's been fun to hear him share his thoughts so far. So
I think according to Goodreads, I'm like 39% of the way in. But it was, I will tell you, it was gripping from the first page.
Yes.
And I think that's one of Geneva Rose's things. She's good at getting you gripped and just locked into the book
right away.
Yeah,
so this would be one that I definitely did not want to put down. So that was one I couldn't wait to like keep picking back up and seeing what was going to happen. So.
And we are meeting Geneva Rose a week from today, next Saturday. Yep. We're going to drive 2 hours south of us to go to an author event. And next Saturday is
Indie Bookstore Day. So if you did not know that that's a thing, it is a thing. If you like to support independent bookstores, which we do support other, places I don't always like to mention, that don't need our support as much. But I would say most of the time, that's where we spend our money if we're going to get books. So yeah, shout out to Indie Bookstore Day. If you like to buy books as much as we do, visit one of your local bookstores and grab a couple books. But yeah, so it'll be really cool to get to meet her.
We're excited to meet her. It's going to be cool. Hopefully have her sign a couple books or all the books and post a picture.
Yeah, so we're very excited about that. And then last but not least, because that's his current read, and then of course I have already read that one, but this is what I am currently reading. This book has gotten a lot of buzz. It's called How to Solve Your Own Murder. It's got an awesome cover, by the way. Just saying, I love the color scheme on here, the color combo, and yeah, just like the vibes of this book. It's definitely very Clue-esque, so if you like the game Clue, which I did when I was a kid, I still love it. And yeah, you should read this one, by the way, eventually. Oh, yeah. It's very good. And like, yeah, so Clue for sure. It's like a whodunit mystery, but what's kind of special about or unique about this one is it's like this woman like basically had her fortune told like years ago, and that she was going to be murdered. Like that's how she was going to die. So that's why, yeah, it's called How to Solve Your Own Murder. So it was like, then that ends up coming, that happens. And so it's like them kind of going back to like fill in, like figure out who killed her. So it's very good so far. I'm not quite halfway through. But I got this copy from Aardvark Book Club, which I absolutely love. So I've been kind of promoting them a lot recently. I'll make sure to have it in our description too of this video, but I have a code that you can use at checkout, and that goes like through I think the end of June, I want to say. So yeah, it's like a promo that they have going on right now. And it's a love for life and literacy. So if you plug that in at checkout for Aardvark Book Club, you can get your first book for $4. So
that's a deal.
Pretty good deal.
These are high quality books.
Yes, it does have to be one of their main picks for that particular month. So like if you go on in May, for example, they'll have new picks. Typically they release, I think they've been releasing like 6 books now. I think it used to be like 5 main picks, and I want to say the last few times it's been 6, which is pretty cool. You can only get 3 total in your box. That's like the most you can get. And I've maxed out my boxes a few times because they have really, really good selections most of the time. But yeah, so if you go on in May, you just see what those main selections are, and you can get one of those for $4, which again is a really great deal for a super nice hardcover.
That is a steal.
And it probably sounds weird to say this, but like these books literally feel like butter. They're like super soft. Have I ever made you feel these, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
I think I have.
I felt them a few times.
A lot. Because I can't stop talking about it. So yeah, they're really soft. I think it was actually a video on here that I did for a book review, and I watched it back later, and I was literally like going like this to the book the whole time. It wasn't.
It's asking for it, yeah.
And I was like, why did you not tell me that I was awkwardly like petting my book the entire time? I thought it seemed normal.
That just seems like a normal thing you do.
So yeah, I think that's all we have for this first one of these.
Yeah, I mean, let us know what you're currently reading. I mean, or if there's books that you'd like to talk about in our next episode. Not sure how often we'll do this. It'll depend on who watches it. But yeah. It's been fun. We're going to finish these drinks.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Have a great night, everyone.
Cheers.